Coming up, bad sound design and crappy CG will not stop Frank Castle. Join us as we dissect The Punisher, One Last Kill. Stay tuned. Welcome to The Morgue, where we dissect the latest and greatest in the world of entertainment. And we are your hosts, Arturo Padilla, along with Mr. Nick Valdez. Before we get started, do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below, that thumbs up, and that bell. That way you know when all these videos are dropping. Tex, how you doing today, buddy? What's up?
Howdy, everybody. Howdy, Arturo. The Punisher, One Last Kill. It's a special presentation from Marvel, the third that they've done so far after the Guardians Christmas special and that Werewolf by Night. Both pretty good. And thankfully, I think I can say this one's also pretty good, man. Like this is great. I can't lie. Like just getting into it, we're gonna go full spoilers on The Punisher One Last Kill. So if you've yet to see it, please go check it out to get the full rundown, because thankfully it's just like it's a quick hitter, man. Quick little 45 minutes. It's basically an episode of TV. It's like an episode of Daredevil Born Again. Like it's DLC for the show. You know what I mean?
50 minutes, dude. It's like not even 50 minutes. It's 50 minutes with credits. It's about like a 44, 45-minute kind of show. And honestly, where was this entire year? Because Tex, I really, really, really enjoyed this thing. There were some issues that we'll talk about later on, but just overall, man, this thing was awesome. It was way better than I expected it to be. And after I finished watching it, I was just like, I need more Frank Castle now.
yeah. Like let's get into this, Arturo. So just a quick little rundown. This is basically explaining where he's been because he's not in Daredevil Born Again season 2. And we've seen Jon Bernthal's Punisher already in the trailers for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And so this special is basically like what's Frank been doing this whole time? And, he's been killing a mob family. He killed the Nucci family. And because of that, the city's basically turned into like a wild and crazy time. And like
war zone, dude. Crazy war zone.
Full-on Punisher war zone, pun intended there. But like and because of that, this last surviving member of the Nucci family has put out a hit on him, and that's basically it. It's basically Frank just like dealing with the ghosts of his past once again, and kind of like a reboot of the Punisher. It's you don't need to see the 2 seasons of the Netflix show before that. You kind of don't even need to see Daredevil. Right, like you kind of don't even need to see like there's some stuff that'll like go over your head if you didn't see Daredevil to like get more context of Frank's personality. But like I think you agree, Arturo. Like there's enough here to like just to go off of, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And what's funny about that this is actually great promotion for the old seasons of Punisher. If you actually want to go back and watch that, which I think I might just peep a little bit, because after seeing how crazy everything is in the streets here, man, I want to see what happened at the end of that season 2, because it's a complete lawless wasteland, man. You have like just criminals and thugs everywhere beating people up at random whenever they want. It's a total wild west, and I'm very curious to see how that all kind of got there once Punisher executed the entirety of the Nucci family except the mom, which is funny. I'm surprised he forgot to kill the mom, being that she was in the same car as the son, according to the flashbacks that we saw here. But it's a really simple story. All right, it's a simple story about Frank once again facing his demons, facing his past, getting over this crazy trauma that has been haunting him since his family was killed. And I think this is a great promotional material, for the Punisher character, especially like Tex mentioned, he does appear in Brand New Day. So Marvel needed to kind of shine him up a little bit, smooth out the edges, if you will, because the Punisher
Yeah.
was a rough character in the Netflix series and in the Daredevil show. So I think they want to have him a little bit more accessible, a little bit more anti-hero, and not such a crazy psychotic killer.
Yeah, and funny enough, this one was also written by Jon Bernthal. Like he was very much like in the weeds with this one. Like he's played the character for so long at this point that like he does understand Frank Castle to an extent. But it's his version of Frank Castle. That's the thing, right? There are some things like that comics fans might not like immediately, because it's like this version of the Punisher isn't so anti-government or anti.
Yes, correct.
The Punisher of the comics is a total like he's a total maniac in a lot of these in a lot of these stories, right? Where he's totally like, he is justice, and in terms of his justice, it's not a legal system. It's not like
Nope, he's judge, jury, and executioner all balled up into one fury,
yeah,
and
yeah,
the Netflix show leaned on that hardcore. You can tell as well by the flashbacks that we have here that he was a different kind of person.
yeah,
And here, once again, he's trying to figure his things out, his mentals out. He's trying to get all that straight, because he doesn't know what's next for him. Because he
yeah.
thinks coming into this one last kill, he thinks he's done. He thinks that his mission in life is over, that he had killed everyone that wronged him and his family, and now he can finally
You know,
go ahead and do the Brooks, right?
he was planning to do the full on Brooks was here, Shawshank Redemption, right? Like we get that. That's the thing. And this is
Yep.
what's so impressive about this Disney thing, because once again, this is a Disney product, right?
Yeah.
This is a Disney show that like
That's
it's
crazy
the
when you
same.
when you say it like that and saying, "Yeah, this is Disney." And you're like, "What?"
Yeah, this is the same platform that's like your kids can watch Bluey on, right? And it like and if you're like me and someone who's subscribed to like the Hulu and Disney bundle, it's all in like one little thing, right? Like it's all in one hub. So it's always funny to see like, oh, here's Hulu advertisements for like 2020, the murder killers, and then here's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And so
Yes.
now this is basically what the Punisher One Last Kill is, right? This is Punisher One Last Kill is like 2020 The Murder Killers to honestly, dude, to like Daredevil's like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, right? Because like
Yes.
Daredevil did have its violence, it did have like stuff, especially in the finale. Please go check out a review of that episode of season 2, and you get this short, and this short special is like, yo, it's the most violent Punisher's been. Like you mentioned like the Netflix shows, and he's not even as intense as like those shows. Like it was like season 2 was like a whole court case thing of like Frank needing to deal with his legal issues, but then he was also like, oh, becoming a guy who saves people rather than kills people. And this short does that in like 45 minutes, dude, which is so makes it so impressive.
Yeah,
Right?
they can do it. You don't need 8 episodes to get to this point. You can do it in
Yeah.
45 minutes if you know what you're doing. And
Yes.
Jon Bernthal knows what he's doing. As part of writer, as Tex mentioned, of this short, he knows the character through and through, and he knows exactly what he wants to portray. This is why you get a lot of these emotional beats with Bernthal just killing them, dude. Just completely owning all the emotional scenes, man. That being said, Tex, those emotional scenes had tons of audio issues where you couldn't even figure out what the hell he was saying.
I
So
yo
I was
dude,
like, let me put up my volume because all I hear is mumbling, dude, and like deep, bassy, guttural mumbling. And I was like, okay, I didn't even
dude,
have captions on because captions usually like ruin scenes for me. So, but I was like, okay, I guess he's just mumbling Punisher stuff.
no, because I thought it was just Bernthal being Bernthal, right? Because
Yeah,
that's
me
what
too.
he does. That's what he does. He's like, oh, let me tell you something, and it's like, yo, yes, please tell me something because I cannot hear you. Because that is a modern issue with like a lot of streaming projects these days, right? Like a lot of the times I'm gonna, out my old head self right now of me being washed, where I'm like, yeah, I got to put captions on these shows because a lot of the dialogue these days, it's like you got to put your TV to 50 when people are talking, but as soon
Yeah.
as guns start firing, it goes from 50 to 100, right? And you got to, I got to lower the volume back down to 20 because it's like, yo, this is wild. And even with, you can have the best sound system in the world, but apparently, yeah, like the creators behind this, the team has even addressed that that was an issue when it came out, that there
This
actually
this
are audio issues. And that's a shame because it's like, these are the impressions. Like, you only get one shot. Like, this is
Yes.
literally like a one shot episode story,
Yes.
and we've already seen it. I'm not going to watch it again, but like, this is what you left us. And it's
Yeah.
also, ties into the other big thing that stuck out, unfortunately,
Oof,
Arturo.
man. Man. I wish I would have found a good clip to put here for the visuals, but trust me, you'll find it anywhere on X, anywhere where you can find it on YouTube all over the place too. People are analyzing this and like crazy, but there is one particular scene where this man is running on top of a roof. He gets pushed off a roof, right?
Yes.
And he it looks like you're watching a cutscene from Uncharted at this point
Yeah,
because
he
he
definitely looks
looks like
like
Drake.
Drake.
He looks like the character Drake from Uncharted. Even on top of that, and it's so egregious because the shot itself, it's a front forward shot, so you see the whole entire body, right? You see the full shot, the full body, and then it's slow mo and you see everything. I'm like, oh boy, this does not look good at all. And
It's rough, man. It's
dude, and
rough.
it's so surprising because you get it during this segment of the short where he's being attacked by like hundreds of crazy dudes, and he's one man army. He's going up his building, killing dudes, raid style, Judge Dredd style, whatever you want to
It
call
is,
it.
yeah, it's straight up Dread, right? It's straight
Yes,
up Dread. It's straight up the Raid. It you're so right, Arturo. It's basically the MCU's the Raid, right? Like
yes.
it gets a little bit of that in there, and he's using different weapons to climb all the way up. So you're like invested, right? It's not like he's not using a single weapon. He's not like kung fu
Yeah,
guys. Like, no,
he's
like
not like stacked up with guns either because he had locked his guns away in the beginning of the short, and he put the key by his kid's grave. That way, he doesn't have access to it. So this guy has no weapons but a knife and I
yeah.
think a pistol, right, which goes empty pretty much right away because the amount of bullets he has to shoot. And it's so awesome because it really is like an awesome video game. You got to kill your way up to the roof while picking up different guns and ammo and different melee weapons to get the job done because they're coming from everywhere,
And
man.
then
And then,
then it caps off with the video
yep.
game cutscene, right? And
Oh
you're like, oh,
man.
it sucks because it's not beating the DLC allegations, right? Because like they had announced this when they revealed Daredevil Born Again season 2, they revealed how many episodes we were getting. And then we're like, okay, a week after season 2 ends, we're getting this Punisher episode. And so it's like, oh, you spent some time making this one as well. And if this were released like maybe next month or something ahead of Spider-Man, then it'd be like, okay, they did their own thing. But like, I can't get over the DLC allegations that it's like, oh, they didn't want to like I know that's not how TV works, that they spent the money here that they didn't spend on Daredevil, but it's like you look
But
at
come on.
you look at the sound mixing, you look at the cutscene, and you're like, woof.
Come on, buddy. Come on. We know that this is a machine, right? This is
Yeah,
Disney, dude. It's not like
yeah,
it's not a sitcom on the CW. You know what I mean? It's
yes.
not. Like this is a Disney Plus show, like made for streaming with the Marvel brand on it and the Disney brand on it. And we have such egregious quality control on this thing, which is you beg to ask a question. It's like, what the hell happened over there, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
it
tough. Yeah.
did no one like check this during post? Did no one bother? Did they even bother paying the post houses properly for this? Because we know, buddies at home, after Endgame, the quality of Marvel's graphics, the quality of just their overall um, marketing and their production machine definitely went down the tubes, and
Yeah.
everything after Endgame suffered. Forget about the Jonathan Majors nonsense, right? They dug their own grave with this poor CG. We saw it in in the Wakanda movie, how poor the CG looked then. We've seen it throughout all the TV shows that they
Yeah, and
had.
like
A lot of lackluster
Ant-Man.
video graphics, man.
Yeah, like Ant-Man was like all bad green screen, and
Terrible.
it's tough
Yes.
because like otherwise, like this would usually just be a nitpick, right? Like we could forgive some audio mixing because at the end of the day, we were entertained by this, right? Like I think
Yes.
we can both safely say this was like like this was killer. Like it was just it was literally built to be just a really quick Frank Castle story, and by the end of it, when it wraps up, you're like, yeah, like this is the Punisher that you kind of hope to see, right? This is the
Yeah.
Punisher this is the MCU's version of the Punisher. This is the Punisher that we're going to get in Spider-Man, who's killing to save rather than killing to kill, right? Like, and then we get the tease of the Nucci's, like Ma Nucci is still alive
Yeah.
by the end of it. So that's clearly another tease for whatever they want to use the Punisher in next. If he shows up in Daredevil's season 3, if they give him his own show after this, I would check it out. But Bernthal's a busy guy, so that's the other part of it, right? Where it's like, yo, but then again, dude, this thing is so well made that like I honestly wouldn't mind just like another special presentation like
Dude,
this,
man,
right?
like
Like just keep
just
making these.
just the action alone. This is why the CG stuff and the sound design stuff is such a bummer because
Yeah.
the action here, dude, as Tex was saying earlier in the show, super violent, super hardcore, fast-paced brutality. There's one scene where he's just stabbing at a dude with a pen,
Yeah,
that
it's
infamous blue
wicked.
pen, right? Dude,
Yeah, it's
like, first of
wicked.
all,
Yeah.
this dude comes out of nowhere, stabs him with an ice pick, right? And then he grabs a pen and just goes to town on this guy. And you're like, holy crap, I forgot I was watching a Disney show. And
Yeah.
that's the beauty of this last kill for Punisher, that he gets to do this. I don't know if he'll get to do this again, being that they're trying to MCUify everything now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him on the same page. Tex, off the air, a little peek under the sheet. Tex was saying that this is the kind of Punisher that needs to work with other people, right? He needs to make sure
Yeah,
that he's friendly and that he
he's
works with Spider-Man and
yeah.
every other person in the MCU, right?
Yeah, like he can't be shooting Spider-Man with guns. Like I'm sorry. Like I know that's how it works in the comics, but like comics and live action are different, right? Like he's not how much you want to bet in Brand New Day, he's not going to fire Peter with a single bullet. We already saw in the trailer where he's like webbing up the gun, right?
Yes,
And
exactly.
Peter's
He's
like,
gonna
don't
try to
do
shoot
it,
it
Frank.
every time. It's gonna be webbed up
Yeah,
100%.
because
Yeah.
because think of the way the Punisher was used in the old '90s Spider-Man cartoon, right? Like it's like if he fired anything, it was laser guns because that's comics. This is kids,
Yes.
and that's the way Punisher is going to be in the MCU. Like, you can have these super bloody and super
Yeah.
violent things for when it's like TVMA, right? Like you can do that, but you can't bring ultraviolet Punisher into a story where he's also going to be standing next to Ant-Man at some point,
No,
right? Like it's like
nuts though. If you do go back to the Marvel movies, especially like Winter Soldier and the stuff revolving Captain America, there is a lot of gun violence in those movies. So they're like, they don't shy away from it. But as Tex was saying, when you do things in live action, you definitely have to tone that stuff down, or else that R
yeah,
rating is going to go right on there. And I don't think they want to,
yeah,
do that at all.
it's going to be the TV PG version where it's like no one bleeds, but you're going to see impacts of like clouds and stuff. Probably you're going to see people getting shot. You're going to see the reactions to it, but you're not going to see the blood splatter here. You're not going to get Frank stabbing somebody with a pin like 20 times, right? And
So much fun though.
yeah, I'm like imagine Frank standing next to Paul Rudd and trying to pull that stuff, right? Like the tones just do not work. But for what we have here, like for Punisher One Last Kill, like it's killer, dude. So the way that we do things here at the Morgue, Arturo, let's set it up for the buddies at home. We have a review system here of pay for it, which is go out to see it immediately if it's in theaters, or see it as soon as you can. There's wait for it, which is you don't need to see it immediately. You can wait on it, watch it when it's more convenient. You're not missing too much. And then there's stay away from it, which is just don't watch it. You're not going to miss anything at all by not watching it. So on a review scale of pay for it, wait for it, or stay away from it, what say you, Arturo, about the Punisher One Last Kill?
I'm gonna go straight up for a pay for it. If you guys do not have a Disney Plus subscription or Hulu subscription, please get that password from a buddy or get the trial because this is definitely worth it. Sound design aside, that bad CG segment aside, that is just a blip in the radar around all the craziness that you see here. And I think that stuff, yeah, it's detrimental. It's more a question of the Marvel production side more than the quality of this one shot, right? Because this is top-notch quality. You have a very good story. You have a very simple story too to follow.
Yeah,
And as we mentioned earlier, you don't have to watch the first 2 seasons of Punisher on Netflix in order to understand what's going on here. Yes, they do drop Karen Page here, and if you don't know who she is, whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. All you know is that she was a character that cared for him. So they at least portray that properly, where you know that she's important to him at some point. And I think this was very well done. And like Tech said, I would not mind seeing another Punisher one shot like this in the future, man. I don't know how the violence will be in the future if they do decide to do that, but man, I'm all for it. If Jon Bernthal wants to do another one and help write it, that's the key. And he wants to help write it. I'm totally down, Tex. How about you?
yeah. I'm also gonna say pay for it. It's definitely great. His fingerprints are literally all over this thing. You get a really deep exploration of Frank, like in just the 40 minutes, which is
Yeah.
super impressive. There's a lot
Yes.
of emotional stuff that happens here that like that he does well. He does it's a lot with a little, and it's very,
Yes.
he even has his daughter in it, which is like
Yes.
the
Oh yeah,
Frank's
that's his.
daughter is his actual daughter, like John
That's
Bernthal's
awesome.
actual. So like that's cool, But I did see a joke that someone was like, "Oh, so he doesn't like his son that much then? Like he doesn't really?" And it's like, well, prove us wrong, right?
He has his favorites, folks. He has his favorites.
I
But
mean,
again,
Frank
that
Cap, he
works
has his
so
favorites.
well, man. You're absolutely right, Tex. Like Bernthal absolutely kills it when it comes to these little emotional beats. As I said earlier in the show, he knew exactly how to portray this character. And as
Yeah,
you just said, we get so much in such a little amount of time that you fully know this character and you understand him 100% by the end of these
absolutely.
45 minutes. And buddies, let us know down below what you think about Punisher: One Last Kill. Also, if you've seen the Netflix seasons, please let us know what you thought about that because I haven't seen them. So, but also let us know if you want to see more of this kind of Punisher in the MCU going forward. Thank you so much for listening. This has been The Morgue, where we dissect the latest and greatest in the world of entertainment. We are your hosts, Arturo Padilla, along with Mr. Nick Valdez. A big shout out goes to you guys out there for listening and for watching. We have all these episodes up on our archive on YouTube and anywhere you get your podcast streams. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave some stars, leave some comments, reviews. We'd highly appreciate it. A big shout out goes to Delvirus for all the artwork you've seen in front of you throughout the years. And last but not least, buddies, it is a scary world out there, especially with Frank Castle running wild, but we are here to walk you through it.